Okay, guys, I finally was able to do this. It took me a little while, but I finally was able to go to a CVS store. Yep, a CVS store. I always forget Fulton has a CVS store. I always forget about that. Because, I know there's CVS pharmacies all over the place, but for to be a CVS, actual store, I kind of forget about that. Now, I've been inside one before. I think I actually videoed one, I believe, in St. Louis. I didn't want to video this store, though, because I was trying to get in and out, but it actually took a long time to get in and out. Because apparently, so see, I had to actually stay up all night because, I was watching the animals here. Even this cute little thing over here. Yeah, he's so cute. Also, can be very naughty at times with his barking. That's London. And then the other animals are all out. Well, the dogs are out there. Got a ferret up there. A bunny rabbit and a cat over here. My mom's got a freaking zoo of animals, I swear. She loves animals a lot, but I think sometimes she does go overboard with it. But I mean, they do get taken care of. The problem is, though, is they can make a mess. It'd be stressful, But well, except for I guess there's Daisy in the downstairs. I don't know why that she's keeping Daisy. I'm like, I guess because she's too old. She's older and it's hard. Like, I think it's because she said something about she's older now, so she's I think 6 or 7 years old now, which may not seem very old, but for her size, dogs her size tend to actually they tend to actually die faster than smaller dogs. Not always. I mean, I had a Doberman lived to be 12, but which actually lived to be around about the same age as a mammal's dog, her old dog, Abby. So that was interesting. But, yeah, she passed away, but, about the same age. But she was a lot smaller. She was a Schnauzer. JT was a Doberman. So, it doesn't always, matter. But if she were to get rid of her, she's worried that, people are not going to want her. And then, because people are, I said, people around here in general kind of just keep giving dogs back and all that. So, she doesn't want Daisy to be put down or something, because that's what the shelters will do around here, I don't know why it matters what freaking shelter you go to, but it does. So, yeah, but she gave her food and all that. I just don't like that she's cooped up there by herself, but she just doesn't get along with the other dogs. So, she just spends out there by herself, but not outside, but out there. Because, like I said, Chef and, and her new dog, Jane is she's out there outside with Chef. I couldn't leave him out there because he keeps getting out of the fence. So that's crazy stuff. But my mom's paying me, so I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So speaking of which, I did, like I said, I bought this stuff at the store, a CVS bag. I didn't get anything super special, but I was like, there's not really anything in there. I could have bought a shirt, but I was like, I don't know, I didn't really need a shirt, so I was like, I'm not gonna buy it. But it was a school shirt, not from here, but like a little outside of Fulton, so they're like Butterfingers. I can think of Butterfingers as those, you guys remember those Bart Simpson commercials? They quit doing those, forever ago, but they used to have, a thing where, Bart Simpson would do Butterfingers. My guess is they probably cut costs because it was so expensive. I don't know. Before Disney even acquired Fox was they were very cheap and all that. Like, they would freaking kind of cheap out on stuff and like cut costs. Speaking of The Simpsons, they had a problem with one of the actors who voiced Ned's wife. You know, like she basically left because, well, she couldn't afford to stay. She did come back to voice the characters later down the road, even Ned's wife, but she, she left the show because they would refuse to pay her. She had to pay all this money to go on planes and all that, to travel. I mean, if it's a small studio, I can understand, but like Fox is a huge studio. They could have easily paid her. She's not making all those trips, because she's got family, and all that, so. But that was just kind of annoying, but yeah, I don't know, but it's kind of crazy, but yeah, I just remember all that, but those Butterfinger commercials, I'm wondering if they discontinued those because, that, I don't know. Sorry if I sound funny, too. I'm still covering, I think, a cold, so just want to clarify that. But yeah, it is a pain. Like, it is a pain to do all this, though. Like, no joke, it is a pain. Like, you have to, you have to go into, I have to, wait till, 8 o'clock for that to open. Because the hours are, horrible downtown in Fulton. Everything, opens up so late and closes so early. And the stuff's not open on Sundays or Mondays, pretty much. So, during the weekends when I come up here, I can't do a lot of this stuff. So, that's why I wanted to do this now. Because there were a few places I wanted to go, so that's like, I'm just going to stay up and just do it that way. I shouldn't be doing that, because I'm trying to keep a sleep schedule. But, I mean, doing it every so often wouldn't hurt. Or actually anything, it'd be, call me crazy, but it'd be kind of nice if my body didn't have to sleep at all, and I could just sleep on my own will. Because sometimes I said trying to do stuff like this is kind of a pain, but I don't know. I also had this Dragon Kitchen receipt here too, see that? I figured I'd show that off too, because I was eating there. I was trying to eat something spicy to kind of, get rid of the snot a little bit more, because it cleared me up. It cleared things up. But my goodness, they've gone up so much. But see how expensive that is? It's like almost $20. And a few years ago, actually not a few years ago, a few months ago, technically, I've been there and it wasn't charged that much. That's ridiculous. So I don't know why it's showing different stuff here. That's what's weird. See, it shows 14 there than the drink. And down here it shows the subtotal. I don't know what that is. In school, I don't think we were ever taught, what receipts are, or, we were taught, sorry. We were taught how to, write checks, but we were never taught about receipts, which I think is kind of ridiculous why we weren't taught that, but I don't know, But yeah, I don't know why. But yeah, I don't know what that total thing means down there. But I guess they could probably teach you that when you go to college. But I'm like, I don't need to go to college to be taught what a freaking receipt is, especially when you're working at a damn store or something. You kind of need to know that stuff, you know? But I don't know, it's not like the biggest problem, but that's pretty much all I had to say. I didn't get a lot there, but I wanted to show that off because that's actually on my list. And I got a gift card in there too. I used most of it up. There's still a little left, but I did use most of it up. So I might save on to it for next time. I don't think they'll keep the gift cards. Hopefully not, because I'm like, they actually didn't have a lot of gift cards either, but I was like, but I really like the colors and all that there. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and do that. I don't know where the other piece of it is at with the money on it, but it's somewhere there. I also went to Advance Auto Place too and got a gift card there too, because they're starting to close down a bunch of them. By the looks of it though, they look kind of expensive, so that might be why they're closing them down. I don't know. I've been noticing stores kind of shutting down and opening back up. I've been wanting to make a video on that, but I'm waiting until I get better first before I do that, you know? But trust me, I do want to do a video on that for you guys. Tell you guys what stores are coming back, what stores are closing, and then, like, all that. Speaking of which, I want to show off the Steak and Shake, too. I'll probably do that, too, because the one at Jeff closed. So I'll probably show it off on Google Maps before they freaking, you know, before something else moves in there and they take away the damn photos. But I'll do that in a little bit, too. I'm going to take a break for a few, though. I just wanted to share that because I thought that was kind of interesting. Anywho, though, see you guys later. Bye-bye.